Hey everyone, welcome back. You know how much we love a good deep dive, and this one is a doozy. We're tackling a topic you guys requested, and it's got it all. Conspiracies, UFOs, questions about reality itself, you name it.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild ride.
So buckle up. We're diving headfirst into Book Theory Blue.
Which, by the way, is a book title, but there's also this whole video discussion that seems to go with it.
Right, like a companion piece.
Exactly. And let me tell you, it's not your typical book club material.
Not even close. This is like if the Matrix had a baby with like your weird uncle's conspiracy blog.
And we're here for it. But seriously, though, this stuff gets kind of dark, kind of real. Yeah, it definitely makes you think twice about, well, everything. Okay, so imagine this. What if our lives, every decision, every little thing that happens is already written? Like we're just characters in some cosmic story.
Whoa. Like Destiny.
Kind of, but more like the whole script is already written, you know? No room for improv. And that's the whole premise behind Book Theory Blue. It takes that feeling we all have sometimes, like everything happens for a reason, and cranks it up to 11.
Okay, I'm intrigued, but also kind of creeped out.
Oh, you're definitely going to be creeped out. But to make things even more interesting, we've got our main character, Rory Pendleton.
This guy.
Total conspiracy theory enthusiast. UFOs, government cover-ups, the whole 9 yards. But then he stumbles upon something he believes is a massive hidden truth about the nature of reality.
There we go.
Oh yeah, it's about to get real. And to navigate this world of secrets and lies, Rory develops this whole system. He calls them purple beams and blue beams.
Purple beams and blue beams. I'm listening.
So tell us, what's the deal with these purple beams?
Okay, so purple beams are like the good guys, right? Think genuine connections, positive energy, just like real, authentic moments. The stuff that makes life worth living.
So like the opposite of all the fake stuff we see online and, well, everywhere these days.
Exactly, and that's where the blue beams come in.
Blue beams. Okay, those don't sound as fun as purple beams. What are those all about?
Basically everything the purple beams aren't. They're the manipulation, the hidden agendas, all those forces out there trying to influence us without us even realizing it.
Okay, so it's like every time you scroll through social media and you see those perfectly filtered lives, those targeted ads that seem to know exactly what you're thinking, that's blue beams.
That's a perfect example. It's like Rory saw this coming, this whole anxiety we have now about information overload, fake news, you name it. It's everywhere.
And it definitely makes you question what's real anymore.
Right. And that's where things get really intense with Rory because he becomes convinced that there's this even bigger force at play shaping our reality. He calls it unreality.
Unreality. So we've gone from blue beams to unreality. This is heavy stuff.
Tell me about it. It's like he believes there's this hidden layer to everything, this deeper truth that most people are completely blind to. And he starts seeing evidence of this unreality everywhere he looks.
So it's like we're all living in the Matrix, but instead of robots, it's, what, some unseen force controlling everything.
Pretty much. And this is where Book Theory Blue, the book, turns into this full-blown psychological thriller because Rory becomes obsessed, like totally consumed by it all. UFO sightings, government conspiracies, you name it, he's digging into it.
Oh, I've been down those internet rabbit holes before. You start with one little question and next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. and you're convinced the earth is flat.
Exactly. And Book Theory Blue explores that slippery slope really well. Because, for Rory, it leads to some dark places. He isolates himself, pushes away his loved ones, all in this relentless pursuit of uncovering the truth about unreality.
Which sadly is something we see happen with conspiracy theories in the real world, right? They can be seductive, promising this hidden knowledge, but they can also be so destructive.
Absolutely. And the book doesn't shy away from that. It's a reminder that our minds are powerful things, but they can also be fragile. And sometimes that constant search for something hidden can lead us further away from, well, reality.
It makes you wonder if maybe some things are better left unexplored.
Right. But then again, where's the fun in that? And with Rory, just when you think he's hit rock bottom, he comes up with this wild plan to fight back against this unreality he's so convinced is controlling everything.
Oh, I gotta hear. What's he gonna do? Start a podcast?
Funnier than that, actually. He decides to create a fictional movie project and call it, wait for it, Book Theory Blue.
Whoa! Talk about meta! He's creating a conspiracy about a conspiracy to expose the real conspiracy. My head is spinning.
It's brilliant, right? He's basically trying to fight fire with fire by using their own tactics against them. And to make it even more convincing, he creates this whole elaborate hoax around it. A website, t-shirts, even plants clues in the real world.
Okay, now I'm really invested. So he's blurring the lines between fiction and reality to wake people up to the possibility that, well, what we think is real might not be.
Precisely. And it raises these fascinating questions about truth, belief, the power of storytelling. I mean, is Rory a genius, or has he just spiraled even further into delusion?
Right. It's that too crazy to be true dilemma. Except in this case, we're not even sure what true is anymore.
And just when you think things can't get any weirder, Rory introduces this concept of Mr. Blue.
Mr. Blue. Okay, who is this guy? Mr. Blue. Okay, who is this guy?
Imagine, like the ultimate puppet master. But instead of strings, he's controlling reality itself. At least that's how Rory sees it. Mr. Blue is this all-powerful, unseen force behind everything.
Oh, so he's like the big bad of Rory's conspiracy theory, pulling all the strings from the shadows.
Exactly. He represents all those fears we have about things being beyond our control. Except Rory's given him a name, a face, made him almost, well, real.
I can see how that would be both terrifying and kind of comforting, you know? Like, at least there's someone in charge, even if they are evil.
Right. And the deeper Rory digs, the more Mr. Blue starts popping up everywhere. Media blackouts after a big UFO sighting. Mr. Blue. People becoming apathetic, losing that spark of curiosity. Mr. Blue again.
So he's created this whole mythology around this figure.
A mythology for our times, maybe?
Yeah.
Think about it. The Illuminati, the New World Order, all these classic conspiracies tap into that fear of a hidden hand controlling everything.
True, true. Maybe we're just wired to look for those patterns, even when they're not really there. But here's the thing with Rory. Even with all this paranoia, all the Mr. Blue stuff, he still believes in the purple beams.
Right, the good stuff. That genuine connection, the positivity, that's his antidote to the blue beam manipulation.
So even in the midst of all this darkness, he still has hope. It's kind of beautiful in a weird way.
It is, and I think that's what makes Book Theory Blues so compelling. It's not just about the dangers of conspiracy theories, it's also a call to action, a reminder that we have a choice in how we see the world.
Choose hope. Choose connection. Choose to shine your own purple beams.
I like it. So what's your biggest takeaway from all of this? What really resonated with you?
That's a tough one. I think for me, it's the reminder that even though we're exploring these wild ideas, the real journey starts when we step outside this deep dive and into our own lives. What will we choose to see? What will we choose to believe? And how will we choose to connect with the world around us?
Well said. And on that note, it's time to wrap up this deep dive. But remember, the conversation doesn't end here. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and as always, thanks for joining us.